Oye, locos! This is OG Loco. I just wanted to do a little public service announcement. So, this has to do with the recent county sheriff, uninvited county sheriff, animal control investigation last week. And I don't know why, but I suspect it had to do with a video I posted of OG Loco playing with gingerbread. And I may be wrong, I don't know. I don't think it was coincidental that they showed up within a day or two of me posting that video, which purely was two dogs playing together. And that's not really my issue. This is my issue. One, that's people's perception. You cannot get a picture of what's really going on with me and my dogs in my yard off a 4 or 5 minute video that's just showing them typical behavior and play. So if you have a negative perception against pit bulls, or me, because I own them and I breed them for hunting purpose, legal purposes only, that's your perception, man. That's not really my problem. I'm not going to stop doing me. I'm not going to stop doing my dogs the way I feel fit as a breeder and as a hunter. They're my purposes. 2, profiling. I think a lot of what's going on has to do with profiling, because I do embrace the Chicano culture, Chicano biker culture especially. I love to ride. It's just something I've been doing for over 30 years. I've been a Chicano biker since probably the late 80s, early 1990. I bought my first Harley, which was a 1982 Sturgis. So that was my first Harley, 1990. Prior to that, I rode crotch rockets. So I used to race, me and my brother used to race GSXR 750s when we were a teenager behind the Ontario Speedway when it existed in Southern California. So motorcycles have been a large part of my life, most of my life, and I still ride to this day. So profiling is an issue, I get it. I've been profiled most of my life since I was 14. I don't see it stopping, but that doesn't condone the behavior. And this is why I'm speaking. What happened with the animal control stopping by, I wasn't home. They pulled in. I live on a main highway. I've had these dogs out here in my front yard for 25 years. I have been investigated numerous times by animal control and local law enforcement of anonymous reports. Someone driving by sees the dogs, they're on the chains. They just, for whatever reason, they perceive it as something illegal is going on. My issue of what happened was there was an anonymous call. It had to do with the dogs were barking at night, and the anonymous call was, it sounded like they were fighting. Okay. That's what the officer said. He also said that he came to investigate to make sure there was not an illegal dog fighting operation. And that's the part I have an issue with, is how did you go from the dogs were barking to this is now an illegal dog fighting operation I'm running on my yard that is a business. There is, I do report it for taxes. It is a legal business. OG Loco, the original gangster, is a brand that's registered business license and logo. So that's my issue. And to me, that is profiling again. because I embrace a certain culture, which includes multiple things: riding my Harley, being a Chicano, being proud of my heritage. I'm a red-blooded American born in the USA. I believe in my constitutional rights, especially my First and Second Amendments. So I support that, and I hold true to those constitutional rights. But the issue is, I live in the country. We have mountain lions, we have coyotes, we have stray dogs that pull in the yard uh, because I have female dogs. Was there dog fighting? I don't know. I didn't see any of my dogs. They're all unchained, so they weren't fighting with each other. Did they get into a scrap with a stray dog that got in my yard, or a coyote? Maybe. I don't know. I get raccoon in the yard. I get nutria in the yard. There's wild animals that run through the yard. That's their purpose. These dogs are hunting dogs, and they're also guard dogs. But to take an incident and try to make a criminal investigation out of it, that's my issue. Is, okay, what if a stray dog did get in my yard and my dogs got in a scrap with it, because male dogs are going to fight with other male dogs? That's just a fact. They're alpha males. These are pit bulls. I got alpha males and I got alpha females. They are going to scrap with stray dogs that come on their territory and come on their yard. What if it did get in a scrap with a coyote or a raccoon and they got cuts and scratches or bruises from that? Okay, hunting dogs are going to have scratches and bruises from hunting. I hunt these dogs. I've had nutria slice their face wide open because nutria has razor sharp teeth. I've had raccoons jump on their face and try to grab their eyes when we're counting raccoon. Those things happen. But to come out to my yard and try to make a potential criminal investigation, trying to make something out of nothing when I'm a law-abiding citizen, that's the issue I have. And I wanted to share that because at this point, I have to block and I have to delete numerous people that make stupid comments. Don't throw weights out on my page. That's a stupid comment. Don't ask me what I do with these dogs. I made it clear I hunt with these dogs for legal purposes. Don't try to be a clown and thinking that I'm gonna willingly and admit to committing a criminal act on social media and have it recorded. Don't be naive and stupid enough to believe that me living on a main highway open to the public, that people drive by my house every day, that I'm going to be in the front yard fighting dogs. That is ignorance. That's stupidity. And that's the public service announcement, is if I commit a criminal act, I understand what the law is and I know the consequences. I do not commit criminal acts. I try to know the law. I try to stay within law. Everything I'm doing with my dogs and my property and my lifestyle is all within the law and all within my constitutional rights of freedom of speech and the right to bear arms. You know, people do threaten animal rights people. I'm telling you, you're not mentally stable if you think you're going to threaten me and come to my yard and threaten what you're going to do to me or to my dogs. You know, that's a stupid comment and that's a threat. And under the Constitution, you have the right to protect yourself in using reasonable force. So I don't understand why people would make those threats, and I have to assume they're serious threats because, you know, some people are mentally unstable. Some people have an agenda. You know, I don't take those threats lightly. So anyway, this is OG Loco. This is to all my locos out there. We have a following. I'm gonna do a little skit on the original gangster, which is the logo that I created over 25 years ago, and he runs on my arm, or actually that arm. That's the original gangster. This is my Azteca arm. Uh, and then we'll talk about where everyone wants to know where I'm located and where I live. Why? Why? You gonna come over? I don't open my door to anybody. I don't invite strangers to my house because that opens to problems and theft. And I don't want problems and I don't want theft. So I stay off the radar. If you want to get in touch with me and get involved and join the OG family, you got to be vouched for by somebody. You're going to be vetted. Uh, I have plenty of people who have my dogs and they're committed to the program. They're committed to the OG Loco brand. Start off with something small, purchase a puppy from one of them or purchase a puppy from me and show that you're committed to making the OG Loco dogs better and you're committed to the brand and being a positive representative of the breed and of the OG Loco dogs. And then once you get a few good dogs under your belt and they're quality dogs for the breeding program, you don't have to buy another dog. We do trading. Everybody within the family trades these dogs that they've taken out and proven and hunted them. So that's a way to get in the family. But to come out, me, a stranger, someone I don't know, no one's vouching for you, no one's accountable for your actions or holding you accountable for introducing you to get close, that's not going to happen. So anyway, I wanted to share this. I'm trying to be positive, but when law enforcement and people from the public are trying to put me in a bad light and trying to look for something that is criminal that may be going on with me and my dogs, then I have to be defensive. I have to go into protection mode. And, I'm putting this out there so everyone's put on notice. This is a serious issue to me and my dogs, and breeding these dogs is a very serious issue. And I just wanted to say that. So again, I'm going to sign off. This is OG Loco to all my locals out there. If you're down for the OG Loco brand, you're down for the OG Loco family, I call you locos, your family.